Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 25 shows Himawari training with Kurama, and it's actually really interesting to see Himawari starting at the bottom or actually getting any kind of training done. I was kind of like, maybe she will, maybe she won't, maybe it might take like her confronting Jura again for her to get some like real practice in, but it's really cool that she's able to train with Kurama in like her little world, or like Kurama's little like living space, I guess, or other like, her subconscious world or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? And it's really interesting how Kurama like tries to teach Himawari. It's really cool to see Kurama like getting better, or like looking at the little nuances or the differences between Himawari and Naruto, right? With Naruto, it was just like, dang it, this kid, you know what I mean? He's holding me back, or he's weak, or he doesn't know how to fight, or he doesn't really understand anything. And Kurama kind of just like comes to accept him and then like give him his chakra. And in this instance, he's trying to teach Himawari how to use chakra. He's trying to teach her like, listen, you're not good at any of this, okay? Naruto was more of like a gritty, down-to-earth kind of like fighter type, you know what I mean? Brawler. Whereas Himawari has none of those traits. She doesn't have a fighting style. She's not experienced in ninjutsu and taijutsu and anything really. And this is her first real lesson of like getting into the groove of things. Yeah, she's trained with Team 10 and, who knows what she's really been up to these last 3 years, but she's still at the bottom. And I think that, like, when compared to, like, Sarada or Team 10 or Boruto, it's like they took the 3 years to kind of, like, build up their strengths, you know what I mean? Like, obviously Sarada's just learned, or just, like, intuitively learned how to use her Mangekyo Sharingan, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's easy for them, whereas for Himawari, she's at the bottom. And I think we need that kind of a character for the show, or like for the story, to sort of like, I don't know, to kind of drive, or to show like real growth and progression. And in her instance, Kurama's trying to tell her like, stop just throwing punches and kicks. You gotta imbue it with chakra. You gotta let the chakra flow through you and actually like help you out here. You know what I mean? This is for your benefit. Like, you're never going to develop a fighting style if you keep on just like doing random stuff. And then she's like, yeah, but I just don't get it. And Kurama's like, you're not ordinary, okay? You have to stop thinking in terms of like what being a regular shinobi is, because you're not, okay? You're different from Team 10. You're different from Sarada and from everybody else that you know, okay? You're even different than Naruto, or like just a regular Jinchuriki, okay? You're a lot closer to me. You're a lot more closer to Jura. And the fact that we are like kind of chakra manifested into this being, you know what I mean? Like, Kurama was created by chakra, so if he like gets destroyed, he'll always come back. And the same with Jura, or it's supposedly thought of, right? Like the Ten Tails is chakra itself, is manifested into this beast, Ten Tails beast. So The idea is that like she has to start thinking of herself more in tune to like being a physical personification, a person manifested by chakra, you know what I mean? And once she starts thinking about that, once she starts understanding chakra, how it binds, it's a binding force, how it creates, and how it like, takes a part in everything that is going on in their lives. Once she understands chakra control, she'll be unstoppable. And I think that it could be a thing where we see Himawari start to maybe learn nature energy or figure out sage jutsu. It might be interesting to see. I don't know if it'll happen 100%, but I think that that process or that step might just be the key to like helping her understand chakra a lot better. And even if Himawari herself doesn't learn it, maybe Kurama can like do it for her, gather nature energy and whatnot. And so that way she doesn't have to like actually learn it as much as Kurama doing it for her, if that makes sense. So she has a long way to go in her like training, or in her actual like learning how to fight and actually take on the Shinju and all of her abilities. Not to mention she still hasn't unlocked her like Byakugan. So that's going to be a huge part as well. It's going to be really interesting to see Himawari develop and to kind of like get stronger and grow into a shinobi, to become one, So it's going to be really cool to see. It's going to be interesting to watch. And I kind of want to learn more. I want to learn more about what Kurama meant by, like, she's a physical personification of chakra. You know, it's got to be pretty interesting, and a different like way to look at her, as opposed to like somebody like Boruto is like, why didn't he get it? Why Himawari? You know, things like that. It's going to be interesting to think about, but we're going to have to wait and see until chapter 26 to see what Himawari does next, how she trains and learns and figures out chakra, you know, her chakra control. So that's going to be her next step, and let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about what Kurama was telling Himawari? Do you guys feel like, oh snap, that's really interesting? Or are you kind of like in the, you know what, it's just going to take some time and she's not going to know until she knows, you know what I mean? Like, until it starts to click, she's not going to fully understand it. Maybe until she awakens her Byakugan, she's going to finally, like, get it all together, you know? We'll have to wait and see. But until then, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah,